Hello, everyone, and welcome to our June monthly mortgage and market update. Nicole, thank you so much for joining me again this month. And as you can see, I'm in a different location today. I am out and about showing properties to my clients, but I'm taking a quick 5-minute break to chat with you because you have some big news to tell us that you've been talking about the last couple of days, that interest rates really did spike over the last few days, right?
And I know you're in between showings, so this is the most appropriate time as you're out there, as buyers are looking. The rates jumped, and so something you were quoted last week isn't what it is today. You want to make sure that you're talking to your lender and getting your numbers dialed in. So last Thursday, we saw the average, now this is just a survey, but we saw the average interest rate in the United States was 5.55. By Monday, so just 2 business days later, it was 6.18. The 10-year had gone above 3.25%. And of course, we know the Fed is meeting today.
A lot going on. So break that down for the buyers. And now with that being, a 0.5% or maybe 1% interest rate jump for them, depending on which mortgage product they're using, that can mean a difference of maybe $100, $200, maybe even $300 in their mortgage payment.
Good, exactly. On a $600,000 loan, that's going to be about a $240 a month payment difference.
Wow. So that could make or break somebody, depending on their income, depending on their assets, depending on what they have coming in. Plus, we're also watching the stock market. Everything is going crazy on the stock market, and then inflation, and then the war in Ukraine. I mean, there's just so much going on in today's market. But speaking of that, those are headlines, right? Those are headlines the news keeps telling us all the time, right?
That's right. That's right.
That's right. So something about me, Nicole, that I don't know if you know about, before I got into real estate, I was actually in TV news, and I was the reporter. I was the one telling the stories on that side of the headlines, right? And so something I always want to talk to my buyers about, which I've talked about them today, is are these headlines really true in regards to the real estate market? Something that you and I talked about a couple months ago in our monthly update was the Colorado Association of Realtors came out saying that they're predicting by, and this was early April, but by Memorial Day, home prices, the average home price for a single family home in Denver would reach $1 million. And that was the big buzz. That was the big headline. Well, did that happen? No. As we talked about last month, the market shifted. And actually, this same reporter for the Denverite said that prices actually did come down if you run those numbers. So with that said, something I want to talk about, I know you and I have talked about this before, is that if buyers and sellers, obviously our educated ones that are watching this video, have questions about the market, see these headlines on your local or maybe even national news channels, and if you have a question, come talk to us, because we can run those numbers for you, because they're all pulling these scripts and these dialogues from people who are not reporters, who are not lenders, who are not eating, breathing, and living real estate day by day, right?
You nailed it. I mean, and interestingly, that specific article was at the height of our month over month and year over year continued price increases. We know that in Denver, we see our spikes in the spring. We also know that typically it carries through the summer and then it falls down in the fall, or I should say slows down. Falls down is kind of an extreme word, slows down in the fall. Yeah. And then you end up getting your year number, right? So we have seasonality. And so they kind of caught a number at the very peak and said, if it continues to go at this amount, it will be $1 million by May. Well, the reality is you can turn, as you know, especially given your past, that you can turn any story into sensationalized media. But really, what is your budget? What are your numbers? What is comfortable for you? What are your goals now, a year from now, 5 years from now? Those aren't impacted by the headlines. The headline can say something, but as long as you're on track for your 5-year goals, then you know what steps you need to take and not get swayed by all the hype or the clickbait or whatever is going on around you, to make sure that you're getting out of what's happening with the rent increases and putting yourself into a stable monthly payment that is going to give you options down the road, increased appreciation, increased, your loan balance is going to continue going down every month with principal reduction. You're going to have tax benefits. Real estate gives you options, especially when you're freaking out, don't look at your stock market. Just don't.
Right.
And if you have crypto, really don't look at that right now.
Well, and it's also, we always talk about the buyers are freaking out about interest rates, jumping as they did, but even, going up a little bit. But as we was talking about, what is the interest rate if you're renting? 100%, you know? So let's just calm down a little bit, but also talk to us. If you have questions, if you're buyers and sellers out there looking to sell, looking to buy, you know, call Nicole, call myself, and let's get you dialed in on what actually those numbers are for you, because every buyer's portfolio is different. Every seller's portfolio is different. So, and you said the Fed's meeting today. Do you know what they're talking about?
They were meeting yesterday and today. So they're talking about what the their Fed rate is going to be, whether they're going to bump it up 0.5%, 0.75%, or 1%. So we'll anxiously be watching that here in just a little bit and rolling that out. So by the time this gets on social, we'll know what the answer is, so we can even add it to the comments.
Yes.
But it will dictate where the Fed rate is going, and then where the prime rate. So if you have a HELOC or a home equity line of credit, you're absolutely going to be wanting to pay attention to that. And then ultimately where the economy and where the 30-year fixed is going.
Absolutely. Well, for all of our viewers out there, if you have any questions, please, our phone numbers and our emails will be in the written portion of this video, down below of this video, but also just leave us a comment. We can give you a call, whatever the case may be. We'd love to tell you what's going on in your neck of the woods. And until next month, Nicole, I hope you have a great June, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you. Bye.